Namaste, myself JVN Dr. K.K. Chaudhary, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University, subject Pedagogy of Biology, and today we will discuss about the demonstration method. The teacher perform experiment before, after, during the class, and meanwhile goes on asking relevant question from the class. The students are compelled to observe carefully because they have to describe each and every step of experiment accurately and draw inferences. The students are questioned and cross-questioned concerning the problem in hand, and their inferences are discussed in the class. The pupil become active participant in the learning process. They feel happy and try to learn more and more as they make use of their power of observation, reasoning, and drawing inference are properly exercised. Then the principle. This method is based on the principle truth is that which work. The teacher has to work out something and then and only then the student will believe. This method is in accordance with a principle from concrete to abstract. The student observe the demonstration critically and try to draw inference. It is always easy for the student to understand and remember concrete things. This method is designed for the two purposes. First, to provide mean of making certain part of the subject matter clearly by objectifying it. Second, to do the above with as much as economy as possible. It is good for small as well as elder students. Small children do not follow abstract ideas. They understand concrete objects. Students actually see the experiment. If the teacher is well prepared with demonstration, it has the desired effect upon the students. Then what is the criteria of a good demonstration? First, the demonstration should be planned and rehearsed well in advance. The aim and purpose of the demonstration must be clear to the teacher. The demonstration should be arranged in such a way that everything is clearly visible to all pupils. Demonstration should be result of the active participation of the student to the teacher. The student should be made familiar with each and every apparatus used for demonstration. The apparatus should be arranged in a sequence on the table. It is better to keep the apparatus to be used on the left hand side and used on the right side. Demonstration should be simple. Difficult point in the demonstration should be explained beforehand and should be summarized on the blackboard. The demonstration should start by posing a problem and a student should be led to solve the problem themselves. Thereby they are exercised their ability to explain, analyze, verify and infer. Thus they will get training in scientific method of solving the problem. The teacher should maintain the interest of the student and the teacher should impress upon the student to write what they observe. What are the requisites of a good demonstration? The success of a good demonstration depends upon a number of factors. There a good lecture cum demonstration room is necessary. The demonstration table should be visible to all students. The apparatus to be used should be in good working order and there should be some spare apparatus to be used in case there is a breakage of the apparatus. A good blackboard for writing important facts and drawing sketch. The teacher should be well versed in the handling the apparatus and should be able to undertake minor repair of the apparatus. Major point of the demonstration may be written on the blackboard before the demonstration. Students should be told about the things to be observed and recorded before the demonstration, and the time should be given for recording observation. Then what are the merits of the demonstration method? First, it is economical, as the teacher alone perform the experiment, save time when number of experiments are to be performed in a short time. Second, it is psychologically based, because the students are shown concrete things and confirmed fact verified practically. It is very suitable when the apparatus is very costly or very sensitive and is likely to be damaged if handled by the students. Experiment involving special type of skill and those which are dangerous can be safely shown in the class. There is a reaction of the sodium with water, a fountain experiment, a collection of the hydrogen. This method is helpful when quick revision is required. This method helps to develop scientific attitude in the pupils. It makes the learning situation meaningful and the students observe things in the concrete form. And there are some demerits. There is no scope of learning by doing, which is one of the important principles of learning, and students should not get the joy of direct personal experience. There is no scope of developing the practical skill of the student, as the teacher alone performs the experiment. This method does not provide for individual difference. Slow learner and genius are treated at the same pace. The students are not active participants in the process. The teacher has final responsibility to manipulate and perform the experiment in any manner he likes. It does not inculcate the most needed scientific attitude and training in scientific method. These are the merits and the demerits of the demonstration method, and this is all about the demonstration method. This session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you very much.